Hello. So this morning I was looking at like some 2009 video blog, and it was just really inspirational. Like how nobody really does that kind of exactly like that kind of thing. It was like MySpace era kind of thing. It's just back when like people on the internet were just a lot more themselves in a way. Um, and just now out here, I was thinking about like a lot of things, obviously. But I was thinking about like meeting sewer person, or not meeting sewer person, but my friend was talking about how he he couldn't imagine like meeting like somebody that he looks up to, like a YouTuber or something, and like the whole like meet your heroes things like is just like very real, like the whole idea of like don't meet your heroes or do meet your heroes or whatever. The whole idea of meeting somebody that you look up to, or that you had like some sort of parasocial relationship with, which is like a lot of us would have with a lot of different people probably. And that whole idea, there's a lot of nuance that goes into that thought. So I wanted to talk about like my experience with it, because I feel like it's developed quite a bit, and it's quite interesting, or at least I thought, which is why I'm like talking about this. And also just sort of where I'm at and what I'm doing. But yeah, that's what I'm doing. But so like the whole meeting your hero thing for me was like, it was bizarre. It had like a little a lot of like kind of like anxiety behind it, maybe, as I think anybody would. Um, but to pinpoint out specifically what was going on in my mind with that stuff, it was like, this is a person who I am inspired a lot by, who I respect their ideas a lot, and also just to mention that everybody's gonna have their own kind of like course with this, and see their own thing to it. But yeah, so the whole thing was like, I found it so interesting how I had so many thoughts about this person, listened to so much of this person's music, and like like I made a whole video about this person, because they're a huge inspiration to the way I chose to navigate some of my teen years, and and in the best ways, of course. Obviously, there's like messages and music where it's like it's sort of just not, it doesn't resonate as much, but it's you understand it and it teaches you the greater purpose. Of course, I've always tried to. Man, that's crazy. I'm trying to explain myself. That's wild, bro. When I was really just trying to. Wow, that's what's wrong with the fucking internet nowadays, bro. Is that it's made me think that I need to explain some sort of past history of myself, so that the audience could understand. And like, but then it's like, but if you think of like earlier internet days, it was kind of like, bro, like, nah, bro, it's just like, wow, I just kind of really came to talk to a select few people, like if they feel me, then they feel me, but it's like now the internet has evolved to a point where it's like, well, nobody really feels each other, bro. Like nobody really like connects with each other, and it's like it takes a long time before you see like a true like human connection where the person isn't like disconnected from the internet. And like that's the reason why you get a lot of negativity on the internet. It's because people disconnect real life from the internet, but there's like literally no difference. It's shit's real life, bro. What's it called? So back to like the point, without explaining myself at all, the point was that I had so many thoughts and ideas revolving this person and inspiration and gratitude, of course. Yet when I thought of like, if I had the chance to meet them, if I would say, and I had gotten multiple opportunities to sit in voice chats with them, and of course, I'm generally an anxious person, so not much came to mind in those moments, of course. But even after, I guess, overcoming any anxiety, there was genuinely sort of nothing I had to say. There was personal questions, but it's like we're not like on a friendship level. You know what I mean? Like we're not. I understand that it's like I had questions about like music, but it's like we're like nothing I had was felt appropriate for a human conversation. You know, and unfortunately, that's just been like a lot of my life. A lot of questions and things I want to talk about just don't seem appropriate for human like like instant initiation kind of thing. And I'm just like, I've learned now that you kind of have to like, how you doing? You know, let's talk. You know, like like sorry for wanting to get straight to the point. Seriously, um, but yeah. So in thinking of like what I would even say to this person, nothing came up continuously over again. Especially when the first time the concert was coming around, I was like, I'm very likely gonna get to at least say what's up to this guy, or at least to get a picture, And so I thought of like, and I didn't really, I didn't think of anything to say. I didn't really say much, honestly, bro. Well, I did. Well, there was like people around me that sort of initiated conversation, and so I was enticed, or not enticed, but sort of persuaded to talk about a specific, homie talked about like that I made a video about Miles. I kind of had like no intention of mentioning that, to be honest, just because I was in like kind of shock and stuff, and yeah, I'm actually grateful that happened. Like, because it gave me like clarity of like, holy shit, like, yo, what the fuck, like, this, like, yo, he actually like he watched my video. He said he watched it multiple times. Like, what the fuck? Like, I guess it makes sense. And then later years, obviously, there was like just the introspection about like, oh, I hope I didn't like, of course, with that video, like, I very much like kind of dehumanize. I dehumanize a lot of people. It's just how it is growing up on the internet, unfortunately. Kind of crazy. Damn. Like, this got real. Shit, man. Anyways, second time comes around. I'm like, damn, bro, I really have nothing to say to this guy. Like, I sort of try to like stay away from listening to too much. I knew I had to like evolve to listen and go on different paths. So it's crazy, man. I'm like back in my mind. I really got out of it. It's crazy how just like something just like that kind of puts me back in. What happened there? Like, yeah, what happened there was I wasn't sure if I was right about that. I wasn't sure if I was right that if it was because I was raised on the internet that I came out this way. There's a lot of nuance there that I haven't figured out yet. That's interesting. Wow, I feel like, gosh, jeez. Dude, this is great though. It's like I'm gonna be able to figure out like stuff, but and then trying to remember where I left off at. This is like helpful. Actually, I think I need to do this more. I'm like, this is good. I'm finally back. I'm doing fucking video blogs. I want to call them video. I'm calling them video blogs because, yeah, that's exactly what it is. But yeah, so this second time coming around, I was like, I really have nothing to say to this guy, and so like, I'm just probably just gonna say like, what's up, man? Thanks for the show, and stuff like that. I didn't really think too much of it, but like, I didn't think too much of it. But I was like, man, I honestly didn't think too much of the show up until like the week of, or no, when the concert started, because then videos started coming out. I'm like, oh shit, this is real. But even then, I was like, kind of just like so in the present moment with myself. Like, I was watching the tour videos and I was like, that's so cool. Oh man. And then clicked off, went on living, and then like I was just so present with myself. Like, you see me, I'm not like as present in this video right now. I very much fell out of being constantly present. So because I was so like in the present moment during those times, I feel like I didn't really get any chance to think about like anything I would say to him, and or if I would even get to see him. I honestly didn't even expect to see him. I guess so. Yeah, I had like no expectations, sort of, because I was so like in the present moment. It's kind of crazy. I was experiencing the whole like, oh, the present moment is crazy, and like I fucking fell out of it now. But it's whatever. But I was experiencing the whole fucking spiel, and and it was great because when the day came, the day of the concert came, I was like, okay, what's my intention for today? You know, I was like, I really, I'm grateful for all these, and then it's like, I'm ready to have fun tonight, and like, I'm like, like I'm excited. Like I was thinking about like, what am I doing when I get there type shit, because like I don't want to be like anxiety ridden or whatever, because that's how it is with some concerts, it's where you don't kind of come where you don't go in with some intention. It's like obviously for a lot of people this is really easy to just go into a concert with the intention of having fun. It's not exactly that easy for me. So I had to go into this concert with like specific intentions. Obviously, like having fun was one of them. It's like really easy to get across once you just implant it. For me, and then there's I was like the morning of, I stepped outside, I prayed, and I prayed that I could help somebody that day, just one person at least, just because like I don't have much experience like socializing, but I was like, I think I'm able to help somebody. I've kind of had enough concert experiences to where I know how to enjoy myself. I know how to enjoy myself at concerts now, and it took a lot of concerts to get there. And I was like, maybe I could help somebody out, like, and that's like, and especially because like, dude, it's like super person, and like this is like people that like this is a community I've been talking to on like on disc on online. It's like we have like the minds are there. It's like I'm essentially talking to the same like-minded people. Well, I would assume. Obviously, people could be so faceted and different, but it gave me a lot of comfort to go in and be like, oh wow, man, like these are like the homies, and it was really cool to just like be able to help out just one person there. I think I don't know, or just do what I can. And I was like, it was cool just to like see that like you can make an impact on the world. Like holy fuck, But also like there's another aspect of like I guess after the show, whenever I got to meet the mans again, and Sewer, I got to meet the boy again, and yeah, we didn't talk long because I didn't really have anything else to say other than like thank you and thanks for the show, and like I want to tell him about like what happened today, just because it's like it's related, like you saw like you were performing, type shit, and and it's really cool. I just told him like, yeah, but yeah, that taught me like sort of like about him a little bit as well, like his reaction, his response to that, and then it taught me that oh, I see now, like I finally like you're finally like human to me, bro. It's so crazy, dude. Like it was inching closer and closer there. You know what I mean? It was inching closer and closer there. Like you're human, And it's like with everybody on the internet who I've looked up to, this has been happening with. Like, yeah, I'm like, oh, you're just like me. Like in terms of like our flawed human nature and like, not that I saw any flaws in him with that interaction. No, not at all. But more so just like it was like on some like just really seeing people for who they are, rather than like seeing people for who they are, rather than like this idea that we have of them, because you're in the moment with them, like I can't say how he is in the present moment. I can only speak about how he is or how he was, in my acquaintance. You know what I'm saying? And yeah, so it's like meeting your hero in some sense. Like I think for a lot of people will eventually lead you to like meeting your heroes will eventually lead you to like humanizing the entire world, bro. Like or like the entire world on the internet as well, like I feel like after this, like I really started like all, like more so even with all the YouTubers that who I like genuinely connect with. I like start commenting like just genuine things, and it's like wow, it's just this just awesome way to live type beat. Thank you, bro, for like fucking kind of pulling that out of me a little bit. It's painful, man. I'm thankful to everyone else who like pulled it out of me as well. You know, I know there's people in the Discord that that really helped me out. You know, um, like even to this day, man. Yeah, yeah, God bless them, man. Everybody is a blessing. I love you. Love you. That was it. Let me know. Comment below. Looking at.